Hey folks, and welcome to CarStarz' 10 Wild Facts about Magnum's Ferrari 308 GTS in the 1980 TV series Magnum P.I. Fact number 1. It's estimated that there were approximately 15 different Ferrari 308 GTS series cars used throughout the 8-year run of the show, with around 5 different 308s being utilized for any given single season. Some were used as hero cars and some were used for stunt driving and/or chase scenes. The first season primarily used 1978 and 79 model 308 GTS Ferraris. In the second and third seasons, 1980 308 GTSI models were used most often, and then from most of season 4 through the remaining seasons, 1984 through 85 308 GTS QV models were used. Although most everyone refers to the Ferrari 308s in the show as Magnum's car, since he uses it most often, which is why I did also for this video's title. It should be pointed out that in the plot of the series, the car isn't actually owned by the Magnum character himself, but technically belonged to the enigmatic and wealthy Robin Masters, who masqueraded as Jonathan Higgins throughout the series, owner of the luxurious Robin's Nest estate where Magnum resided. This is why we see the customized license plate reading Robin 1 within the show. Yes, I know there's an age-old debate regarding whether or not Higgins and Robin are actually the same person or not, but I'm just going with what the writers told us, folks. Fact number 2. The various 308 Ferrari models used in the show all featured 2.9-liter V8 engines outputting power to 5-speed manual transmissions that defined the setup of Italian sports car excellence of the 80s era. The 78 308 GTS boasted around 240 net horsepower with Weber carburetors. In 1980, the 308 GTSI replaced carburation with fuel injection, maintaining the same engine size and yielding about 205 net horsepower. Finally, the 1984 Ferrari 308 GTS QV flaunted improved 4 valves per cylinder heads, pushing the power back up a bit to around 230 net horsepower. These small but mighty V8 engine Ferraris helped solidify Ferrari's dedication to precision and excellence within their production cars worldwide. It should be noted that all of the aforementioned horsepower numbers varied slightly depending on the country that the cars were tuned for to meet the specific region's emissions standards respectively. Fact number 3. The Ferrari 308 GTS series, produced primarily from 1975 to 1985, is an iconic V8 mid-engine sports car. Designed by Leonardo Fioravanti at Pininfarina, the 308 boasts a sleek and timeless body that is still perceived as stylish by many even today. The GTB is the coupe version, while the GTS is the Targa Top variant. Mechanically, both share a transverse mid-engine layout, fully synchronous 5-speed manual gearboxes, and independent suspension all around. Less than 5,000 308 GTS models were manufactured during its production run. However, it's estimated that there are less than 1,000 308 GTSs still on the road today. As for their current value, a well-maintained 308 GTS can fetch around the $70,000 mark. However, the highest recorded sale of a 308 GTS so far was reached in 2018 with an impressive $315,000 sale of what was once the personal car of the well-known Ferrari racer Gilles Villeneuve, attributing to that higher-than-usual value. The limited numbers and their enduring stylish appeal make the Ferrari 308 GTS a highly sought-after collector's item today. Fact number 4. The 308 GTS Ferraris featured in the show underwent a couple of custom modifications to accommodate the towering Tom Selleck, who stands at an impressive 6 feet 4 inches tall. The padding was removed from the seats to ensure he sat down lower in the car, and the seats were remounted as far away from the steering wheel as possible to maximize legroom. Despite these adjustments, viewers could still observe that Selleck's head extended above the top of the windshield frame. Consequently, you rarely see Magnum drive the car with the top up. Fact number 5. As longtime viewers of the show witnessed, the tale of the many Ferrari 308s in the show certainly wasn't all smooth cruising and sunshine. Throughout the 8-season run of the show, the car was portrayed to have been damaged in one way or another, mangled or even completely destroyed well over a dozen times. Despite its sleek appearance, this iconic car faced a tumultuous on-screen life. From high-speed chases to unfortunate collisions, the Ferrari often found itself in precarious situations. Whether careening through lush Hawaiian landscapes or narrowly escaping danger, the 308s showcased resilience and a touch of Hollywood magic thrown in. Fans watched with bated breath as each dent and scratch became part of its storied history, forever etching the Ferrari into the hearts of viewers. Fact number 6. Believe it or not, despite the show's massive popularity, lasting nearly a decade, and being in an era when video games' popularity were starting to take off in a big way, as even exemplified within the show itself, there was never actually an official Magnum P.I. video game released. However, video game fans need not be dismayed, as there are several great video games that allow folks to pilot a Ferrari 308 GTS in Magnum P.I. style. Probably the best modern video game to take a Ferrari 308 GTS out for a Hawaiian cruise is in the 2023 video game known as The Crew Motorfest. Just look at how great and Magnum P.I. like this game can be when taking a drive around the glorious sights of Hawaii in this awesome 1977 Ferrari 308 GTS. Yep, this certainly looks like it would satisfy anyone's desire to go full Tom Magnum style in a video game for sure. Fact number 7. Although there wasn't much of any documentation or surviving examples to speak of, there were in fact a few custom fabricated fiberglass-bodied Ferrari 308 GTS replicas used in the show for the more extreme stunts to keep production costs down. Although there were a number of companies making these types of replicas in the 80s, the one called Corporate Concepts created the Pontiac Fiero-based Mira, a look-alike Ferrari 308 replica that seems to be the most probable provider. Using the Fiero's space frame design, they crafted new body parts that bolted onto the mid-engine sports car. The result was a vehicle with almost perfect proportions, reminiscent of the real Ferrari. Despite Ferrari's protective stance on trademarks and intellectual properties, the Mira managed to capture the spirit of the 308 without directly copying it, which of course did still cause legal issues later on, leading to the company ceasing production of these replicas before the end of the decade. However, these Mira replicas became the unsung stunt heroes of the show, taking the real big hits, saving many real Ferraris from an early demise, and allowing Magnum to be portrayed as performing these particularly daring feats behind the wheel. Fact number 8. After the show ended, the surviving Ferrari 308 GTSs were returned to Ferrari, refurbished, and then sold off to the public. Every so often, we will still see some pop up for resale at auction houses and high-end dealers today. In 2017, a Bonhams auction sold one of the screen-used 1984 Ferrari 308 GTS QVs from the show for a record-breaking amount for the time, which was a momentous event for automotive enthusiasts and pop culture aficionados alike. This particular Ferrari, driven by Tom Selleck's character Thomas Magnum through the sun-soaked streets of Oahu, became an enduring symbol of adventure, style, and the laid-back elegance of wealthy life in the 80s. The winning bid reached an impressive $181,500, cementing its status as a cherished piece of automotive nostalgia. This high-profile auction left fans with a sense of exhilaration and a tangible connection to their favorite Hawaiian shirt and mustache-wearing investigator. Fact number 9. One of the original screen-used 1979 Ferrari 308 GTSs that was used in Season 1 of the show is currently up for sale by the high-end car dealer known as P.I Exotic. The odometer reads only 92,517 miles, making it a well-preserved example for a 45-year-old sports car. It also comes with documentation proving its authenticity as used on the show. So, whether you're a seasoned Ferrari collector or just a passionate car enthusiast, this Ferrari 308 offers a chance to own a piece of both television history and a true automotive legend. They don't have a set price on the listing on their website, as it just states, "Call for price," but I'm sure it's pretty steep. But if you're interested, you can contact P1 Exotic via email or by phone. Fact number 10. Looking into the scale model world, fortunately since the Magnum P.I. show was quite a big hit of the 1980s, there was a fair amount of official merchandise released. Of course, the main problem with that is most of those cool model kits and toys from back then are now vintage items and can cost quite a bit to obtain on the resale market now. However, there are some excellent modern options for scale Ferrari 308 GTS models, and even one that is an actual official Magnum P.I. toy model car that looks quite cool and even comes with figures from the show too. The excellent Ferrari 308 GTS Magnum P.I. toy set I speak of is this one from a brand called Playmobil. You can get this set for around the $60 mark, and I will put a link in the description below to where you can find it. Alternatively, if you are just after a high-detail Ferrari 308 GTS, although there doesn't seem to be any plastic model kits of any on the current retail market, there are a number of die-cast options available. If you're after the best of the best, there's a brand called Norev out there that makes several variants of the Ferrari 308. However, these don't appear to be on the current market any longer and cost upwards of $400 on eBay, so not cheap unfortunately. And for those of you who haven't seen it yet, I have recently created my own diecast car channel named Show and Tell Diecast that I display and detail my diecast models that I now add videos to weekly also. I will include a link to the new channel in the video description below as well for those interested. Well, there you have it folks. Thanks for watching and make sure to hit that subscribe button if you like what you saw here. You guys are all great. See you next time.